Okay, let's try this again. Take 2. What if Deku had Immortality Part 3 My Hero Academia X Creepypasta? I'm in a completely new recording area. I know you can't see any of that, but still. We'll see if I like this. And I'm blabbling. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. I'll stop the blabbling, I promise. Disclaimer is pictures aren't mine. Actually, this one is. Aha! Except it's drawn, so it looks really bad and has my doodling all over it of notes. Characters aren't mine. Storyline ain't mine. I just took 2 story characters from 2 totally different universes that I liked, then put them together. Then I changed the main character of one of them, the one that I'm taking the storyline from, so the storyline ain't mine, background music ain't mine, might be cussing, might have gay ships, I don't know. Actually, I'm not going to do a ship because I'd just be cruel. Have this immortal person and just have all their people, the people that they fall in love with, die on them. Yeah, no, ain't doing that. No ships. That's something totally new for my channel. I've never done that for any of the series yet. That's a nice change. I hope you like it. But since we're on the topic of ships and that, I really, really, really need someone to comment a ship for Therapist Deku. It can be a Shinsu Deku, or it can be Toga Deku. Whichever one you want, please just tell me. I couldn't decide because I liked both storylines, how it would affect both storylines, and I like both ships. So please, just tell me which one. And I'm going to get into this with explaining her abilities, because I know I started babbling again. Her abilities, she can control her body temperature, so she can make it really hot. She can make it hotter as hot as the sun if she wants, and it won't affect her. But she can make her body temperature that high, or she can make it 40 below 0, and it won't affect her. She can actually use it as a self-defense mechanism. Touch her and she just freezes herself, so it freezes you since she's unaffected. Anyways, complete water and slime control is why I wrote down. What I mean by that is liquid control. I can't remember the other name for liquid. My science teachers are going to hate me for this. I swear I know English, and I swear I pay attention in class, actually, most of the... I try my best to pay attention in class. I forgot the name. I'm sorry. At least none of my science teachers will listen to this. So that's a good thing. Can absorb any material, putting it into an extra dimension that only she can access. I mean, she could take other people in there, but they can't access it themselves. They can't escape it themselves. They need her to transport them. Can change the color of her skin and slime, so she can be black 1 second and bright pink the next. She could literally change it to her emotion. She could be a living mood ring. I shouldn't have compared it to that. Anywho. She can change from liquid to solid. So says she controls liquid, she could be a ball of slime 1 second and the next a human with horns and wings. I wonder if her wings... You guys decide whether you want her wings to work or not if she controls it into wings-like shapes. Because technically it's still just water or slime, but it's part of her and it's in the shape of wings. So tell me whether you want her to be able to fly or not. Because if she's able... I don't know. If she's able to control liquid, then she could just control it to flow up. Which means she could turn herself into liquid and float her way around and make it look like she has wings. So it doesn't matter whether her wings work or not. She's able to control it to make it look like she is flying. Okay. Which also means she has complete control of what she looks like. I mean, if I had that ability, I wouldn't... Would you see me? No. I'd be completely cool, but you would never see me. I'd be that weird cat over there in the corner. But still, you get the point. Okay, so we're skipping another 10 years. She has mastered/gained control of her abilities and identifies as a she, but only does this so that if she escapes, she can go into society as a male, not being recognized by the Yakuza or the... I need to create a group for this. A name for the group of people that I created for this. I don't know. Anywho. This to here. This is basically just an advantage. She turns her arms into a cell? I don't know how it's said. The thing the Grim Reaper's always seen carrying, even though those were originally meant to cut the lawn. Anywho, those thingies, you know what I'm talking about. I think they're called a Seth, but I'm not sure. She turns her arm into a Seth, breaking the glass. Give me a sec here, I can't read my own writing. The word I was trying to write was ingest. She ingests the glass. And when I say that, I mean like teleports, takes into her extra dimension. Goes full-blown blob. Climbs up the wall through the vent. And I know vents don't actually lead to the outside most of the time. But if you're actually thinking about it, the dryer vents do go outside. So she uses the dryer vent, and no dryer vent's big enough for a normal human, but she ain't human anymore, technically, since she's blob. So she goes through the dryer vent, gets out. Found her old apartment. Goes straight to her old apartment. Realize Inko moved out of the apartment, so I'm changing, I know English, I swear, to how Inko and the triplets are doing. Remember, Deku is now 34? There was a year there, and I did another year time skip for aging, and she was kidnapped at age 4. So yeah, that'd be 34. Meaning Inko is now 50, with the triplets being 20. So we capping on their lives. They live in a nice brick house together. Inko, Reese, tired. Nano works for the adoptive center. I swear there has to be another name for that. Adoptive center does not sound correct. The place where you take care of the kids that no longer have families and are looking for new families, adoptive center. There has to be another name. Please comment the other name if it does exist and I'm not going insane. Can commonly be found in the park with a group of kids always playing along, but when a guy tries to play tag with her, catch her, she instantly is impossible to catch. And she's also really dense, like Deku would be. She just dense. You ain't making her realize. Anywho, Cinder. Cinder owns her own fashion line, the second best in Japan, because she does this really cool thing of having each... She makes her own designs, sells it after showing it to her company and having them recreate it. So her original ones sell for just millions, when her other ones sell for hundreds. All the ones that were recreated. Then is strict, but once you get to know her, earn her trust, she will love and spoil you. Due to her trust issues, she doesn't date, though. So that's two of them that I'm not gonna do a ship for. Probably. Cinder might get a girlfriend or something. Now, Trixie. The one that has all the name issues. Because when I was reading this, I realized that I had made a mistake, and one of them, it has the name written down as Trixie. The next it says Rose. So I looked at the other ones, and Trixie has been used more often, so we're going with Trixie. Trixie works in the medical field. More specifically, she leads a group that studies how to make new medicines out of organic materials. Is known for having the sweetest perfume. Also, she always has a flower in her hair at more recent years. And Dangleman at the flower shop, which is why she's been known for having a flower in her hair every day more recently. And has had an obsession with roses since she was born, which is probably how she ended up with the Flower Man. She spends a lot of time there, and also how she gets the sweetest perfumes, because she works with making organic materials and has an obsession with flowers, so of course she has the sweetest perfume. She makes them herself. And perspective swap, we're going back to Deku. Deku has gone into hiding in the woods since she is still struggling with the effects during this first year, because she radiates stuff. I'm not sure what she radiates, but it causes hallucinations and can induce emotions into other people, emotions based off of what she feels. And devices around her don't work since she doesn't have control of what she is radiating. During this first year, she gets to know Sally, Jeff, Jane, EJ, LJ, otherwise known as Laughing Jack and Eyeless Jack. Why are their initials so similar? I mean, I get it, but still. And some of the other proxies, gaining their loyalty and respect. But when she meets Sally and learns of Sally's condition, she heads back in society, keeping an unhuman form, which is that way she can't be recognized. Hanging around areas of death and people related to the victims, which is where you get the Slender Man stories. Because whoever gets near their hideout, she kills them. Well, she doesn't actually have to kill them. The proxies, as they're referred to in the future of this AU, kill them for her, so there's that. Now, I will do a 9... Let me do math. Yeah, 9-year time skip. But here it is some filler-inners. That's technically not a real word. Anywho, Deku has stolen devices and building supplies, gotten her what she radiates more under control. That way it doesn't affect people. Unless she loses control of her emotion, then it's a completely different story. Anywho, she's stolen devices and building supplies, building the Slender Man mansion, which the proxies help building. Gaining more of the proxies in this time, like Lulu, Candy Pop, Clockworth, Nurse Anne. I'm forgetting the angel name. Anywho, you get the idea. Who all know his backstory, and Deku has been learning how to play music with Jeff since Jeff played the drums. And seeing that she's going to live forever, she thinks this is a good way to actually learn how to control her emotions, and she sees that some of the other proxies want to learn different instruments, so she learns them and helps them with learning the other instruments. So by the end of these 9 years, she will be learning violin, fluent in guitar, and iffy-ish on the drums. And that is the end. So I will resume at the end of the time skip with Immortality Deku Part 4. Nope, next page is Glassblower Deku Part 5, so you'll be able to see that in the future. Then I'm going to start a new series. Okay, bye.